Let's start with the debate last night. Hillary Clinton said, "I can't think of anything more outsider than being the first woman president." What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess that's the best argument she thinks she can make, because she's the ultimate insider. She is the ultimate member of the professional political class. And she has spent a great deal of her life positioning to become president of the United States, changing her positions, if necessary, over and over and over to become president of the United States. I'm not running because I'm a woman, and I don't expect people to vote for me because I would be the first woman president. I'm running because I think I'm the most qualified candidate to win the job and to do the job. And I think our nation is at a pivotal point. I happen to be a woman. And there are many, many people all across this country, including in Idaho, who really can't wait to see a debate between Hillary Clinton and Carly Fiorina.
You were CEO of Hewlett-Packard. What do you think is the most important principle or skill you learned that you would apply as president?
You know, I was recruited to Hewlett-Packard. It was a company in real trouble. It had a great history, but it was falling further and further behind. It had become a dysfunctional, political, sclerotic bureaucracy. It was no longer leading. Does that sound like a lot like the federal government? It is. I started as a secretary. And to go from secretary to CEO, what I did was run two problems. And every time I ran to a problem, I found out there were ways to solve that problem, but the only way you solve festering problems is to actually challenge the status quo and produce results and solve problems. That's what I did at Hewlett-Packard, and that's what we need someone to do in the Oval Office.
What's the hardest part about, or the worst thing about running for president?
The worst thing about running for president, you know, there are many wonderful things about running for president. You meet wonderful people. I think the thing that always surprises me is how much politics has become a fact-free zone. People just talk. Business isn't like that. Life isn't like that. You know, in life we're used to knowing that actions speak louder than words. We're used to being held accountable. In business, I had to report results every 90 days. I had to answer every question about those results. And if I misrepresented those results, I was criminally liable. Now imagine if we held politicians to this standard. So it's always amazing to me that politicians just talk. It doesn't matter whether the facts support what they're saying in too many cases. It doesn't matter whether they said something completely different 2 months ago. They just talk. And I think that's dispiriting to the American people. It causes the American people to say it doesn't really matter if I vote, it matters hugely. But we need somebody who does understand that actions and results are more important than words.
Do you know you were on TMZ the other day?
Somebody told me that. I didn't know
You were on
it.
TMZ. Someone snapped a photo of you in the airport. First class bank account, still flying coach. $59 million presidential candidate flying Southwest. There with the regular people. What are your thoughts? I mean, did you ever think you'd be on TMZ and that they would be talking that you're with the normal people flying coach?
Well, I've been flying on regular flights for a long time, you know, and so I meet a lot of supporters at airports, by the way. No, I never thought I'd be on TMZ. And I guess if I'm going to be on TMZ, I'm glad that they noted that I fly coach on Southwest.
Last question, you're in Idaho. How do you like your potatoes?
Oh, that's easy. Baked. I loved baked potatoes.
Any toppings?
Yes, I like sour cream. I like chives. I like a lot of pepper. Sometimes I like cheddar cheese too.
There you go. Anything else you want to add? Any message you want to get out?
Well, I'm so grateful to Idaho and Idahoans. It was such a wonderful reception that I got here. So it's just wonderful to be here. And I guess I would also say that many of the very important mentors and colleagues that I have had in my career have been from Idaho. And so I have a personal appreciation for the character and the ethic of the people of Idaho, because a lot of people from Idaho took a chance on me.
Thank you very much.